Hello, my scrappy friends, and a big welcome to my YouTube channel again today. It's Melinda Sweetman here with you, and I have got some Christmas in January slash how to get some inspiration when your mojo is MIA. This should have been shared in December for you. So this was a Scrap Lift Saturday that I participated in with the Tracy Reed Designs team in December. We were scrap lifting Eleanor. I will make sure I link everything in the description box below. I showed right at the beginning the Halloween layout that I scrap lifted from her. And I have basically swapped out the pops of black for the pops of red. And I am scrapbooking a Traveler's Notebook page. And I am using the Festive collection. So I started by printing this Traveler's Notebook signature on some cardstock. Sorry, brain failed big time then. And I also added the gold stars, which is the digital mixed media from the same digital kit. And then I've added splatters in coordinating colours I've used the ornaments in that pattern paper there to match my colours. And I've got these 3 pattern papers here that I've also printed. I've stitched along the edges and I'm layering those up the same way that they've been done on Eleanor's piece. I really loved how that grounded everything on her page. So I went ahead and did the same thing. I am not going to make you watch this struggle here. I should have realised all of those papers are not going to fit into my hole punch. So I think I left some of it in, but I took most of it out, but I can't remember. I printed a bunch of transparencies here. These were super fun and I really love them. In Eleanor's there is a transparent piece behind her photo as well, and it was a really subtle detail that I didn't see straight away. So when I did discover it, I was like, oh, I know what I'm going to do here. I'm layering my photo onto this minty coloured pattern paper with little trees on it. This is a photo of our brand new Christmas tree that we bought last year. I set it up way earlier than I normally do. Like I said, it's a new Christmas tree. I set it up late November because it has built-in lights, and it said on the box dual tone lights or something, and I was like, what does that mean? So I set it all up, plugged it all in, and what I've got is warm white lights and rainbow lights. I was so excited, and setting it up early meant I could take my time fluffing all the branches. There was no stress or pressure on anyone to get it all done on the 1st of December, which was a pleasant change. So it just made the whole putting up and decorating of the tree much more pleasant for the entire family. So I thought that was a good story to document. So that's why that's the story I'm telling on this page. So I did cut some of it out, but I didn't cut all of it out. You can see I am struggling to get my my papers into my hole punch. I ended up redoing this pink pattern paper. It's got little red stars on it. I restitched it as well. Try that again. See, I'm just trying to get that right. And then I trim it down and I put that into my hole punch and pray that all the holes line up, which they do, thank goodness. So that is those papers on the left hand side all done. I really liked how on the original there were, like I said, the 3 papers, but they were not all exactly the same width, which I really liked, and I made sure I've done the same thing on mine. I didn't realise just how much of my digital mixed media I was going to be coming up, but I'm happy with how it looks in the end anyway. I did choose that ledger paper because I knew that I wanted to write out the story that I just told you, and this made it really easy for me to put it straight onto the background. So I wasn't too stressed about covering up too much of the background because I knew that it was all going to be covered with text anyway. I found these little gold flat alphas, which I thought were really, really cute and perfect for this page. So I'm going to spell out my title in the top right hand corner. It says New Tree Vibes. And I'm going to add a little love heart as well. I wasn't going for perfect here, so yes, I know it's not straight, and that's okay. I'm quite happy with that. Alright, so I did play with a few bits and pieces here, trying to work out exactly how I wanted to decorate. I didn't want to cover up too much because I knew I needed that room in the background for writing. So I'm just playing with these florals. If you hadn't noticed, I absolutely love these florals so much. I think I've mentioned before, poinsettias are one of my favourite Christmas flower. I've attempted to keep some alive at home and failed miserably. If you know any tips for keeping them alive, let me know. Also, if you know, do they last more than one season? If you know the answer to that, I'd love to know in the description box below. Or maybe you're like me and you kill all your plants. I don't mean to. I really don't mean to. Alright, so I'm just adding all my bits and pieces, adding some glue. This was a little while ago, so I'm sorry if my voiceover is a bit all over the place. It's also only the second voiceover I've done in a number of weeks. Yeah, I've kind of, so the whole, like I said, we were doing a scrap lift. If you've ever found yourself really struggling for inspiration for where to start, what to do, I've always found that scrap lifting someone, even yourself, is a really great place to start. It doesn't have to look exactly the same. In fact, it doesn't have to look anything at all like the original. But if you find a layout that you really like, even if you pull a few elements from it, it's a really great place to start when you're looking, when you want to be creative and you want to, do something. And this is a technique that I fall back to quite often. In fact, I know I have another share coming up, and the inspiration behind that it's another scrap lift, but the scrap lift that I'm doing in the next couple of weeks was one I scrap lifted the same person a couple of years ago, more than a couple of years ago, when I was first starting out, and I fell in love with her page and I fell in love with her style, and it really gave me a really great jumping off point. So I jumped at the opportunity to scrap lift her again. Anyway, I really enjoy scrap lifting, especially when I've got the choice of what I'm going to scrap lift. You can take it in so many different directions. The layout that I scrap lifted in this case was a Halloween layout. This is obviously a Christmas layout. The original was an A4, I think. This is a traveller's notebook outside of the page protector. I've kept it fairly similar, but it's still different. It's still mine. Yeah, great place to start if you're looking for some inspiration, somewhere to start. If you have any questions, please make sure you drop them below. As always, I truly do appreciate you spending your scrappy time with me. I would love to hear from you, love to hear how you're going, love to hear how 2024 is going for you. And in the meantime, I hope you have a fantastic scrappy day. I will see you in my next video.